What's up? It's Mez. I know a lot of you, like me, bailed on City Heroes after I-13, so you're probably like I was and wondering exactly what incarnates are. And there's no real tutorials in game or anything like that that tells you what they are, and it's kind of hidden away. If you aren't paying attention, you might not even know you have access to this incredibly powerful system. The Incarnate system is a late game system introduced in I-19 that you gain access to after hitting level 50. The easiest way to think about the Incarnate system is it's basically 6 extra slots that you slot with Incarnate enhancements that grant extremely powerful buffs, powers, and pets. These are game-changing enhancements, and calling them powerful is an understatement. Let's take a look at it. To find your Incarnates, go to your power tray and open it. And above your powers, on the upper part of the tab, you should see Incarnate abilities. Click it to open the window. We're going to go through each of these tabs and explain everything, so let's take a look. I should note, everything relating to Incarnates, including the salvage and enhancements, is contained within these tabs. You don't need to go anywhere else to manage your Incarnate system. The Equip tab is, as you might imagine, where you slot your crafted Incarnate enhancements. There's 6 Incarnates in total. One side is Psychic, the other is Physical. They go up in tiers, but none of that matters anymore. All of that was made obsolete for quality of life's sake. And trust me, you did not want the old Incarnate system. Anyway, to unlock your Incarnate slots, simply get XP after level 50 and the slots will unlock. Click the Incarnate slot to choose your enhancement. Here's what each of the Incarnates do. Alpha is a universal enhancement. Think of it as a passive on all your attacks. Some of it ignores enhancement diversification. Judgment is a strong AoE attack. Think of it like a tier 9 nuke. But unlike a tier 9 nuke, it doesn't drain all of your endurance. Interface is basically a proc. It only works on attacks. Lore gives you a powerful pet summon. Destiny grants you an AoE buff. And Hybrid is a toggle that buffs you. Create tab is basically where you use your Incarnate salvage to craft your Incarnate enhancement. I'll talk about the Incarnate salvage when we get to that tab. So how do you know which Incarnates to choose? The idea is to choose Incarnates that reinforce your character's build strengths or to help fill in the gaps of some of your weaknesses your build may have. But I'm sure you're all wanting to know what are the most important Incarnates for PvPers. You're going to notice that there are 2 branches for each Incarnate. You need to pick the one that is more relevant to you. I can't tell you which one to pick, it depends on your build, but a lot of times it's quite obvious, so don't rack your brain over it. If you're a PvPer and you're a damage dealer, you're going to want to go Musculature from the Alpha branch, which grants you more damage. If you're a healer, you're going to want to take Vigor from the Alpha branch, which grants you more healing. In the Destiny branch, Ageless is good. It gives you more endurance and recharge. It could help you fight thermals and duels. Barrier from Destiny is probably the best set. It grants an AoE max resistance and defense that dissipates over time, which can help you get out of a bind. Rebirth gives a nice heal. From Hybrid, Assault Radial Embodiment adds energy damage to your attacks and is generally the go-to pick for damage dealers. For Lore, you want to get the pets that are going to buff you, but if you know your opponent's going to sit still, you can get one of the DPS pets. Like I said, this all depends on your build. I can't give you all the answers. You're going to have to look at your build, assess it, and decide what your build needs. There is no catch-all strategy for all builds. Alright, so let's check out how to craft an Incarnate enhancement by getting necessary components and salvage in the Convert tab. You see all these resources? Most of them don't matter. There's only 2 resources that really matter. It's very simple. Incarnate Threads and Imperium Merits. You can see how many you have in your salvage tab. Alright, so how do we get these? To get Incarnate Threads, simply farm or do PvE content after level 50 and they just drop randomly. Spine's Fire farming is a good way to get these. You're going to get a lot of these, so don't worry about not getting them. For Imperium Merits, just level your vet levels, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically your post level 50 levels. Do that and you'll get Imperium Merits. So to create an Incarnate enhancement, it's very simple. Check the Incarnate you want to make and go to the Convert tab and use your Incarnate Threads and Imperium Merits to craft salvage. So there's 4 tiers or 4 upgrades, if that's an easier way to think about it for the Incarnate enhancements. The first upgrade, you'll need to use Incarnate Threads. I'll demonstrate. So for my Spine's Fire Brute, I need the Degenerative Interface enhancement, which will provide me with a minus HP debuff proc, ideal for farming faster. It looks like I'm going to need Nanotech Growth Medium, Detailed Reports, and Biomorphic Goo, so let's go get that. Tier 1 enhancements are completely made up of common salvage, so I'm just going to use the common tab and find what I need. Let's craft it and slot that bad boy. There we go. For the second upgrade, you're going to need to use a combination of Incarnate Threads and Imperium Merits. For the third and final upgrade, you will need to craft 2 Tier 3 enhancements as well as provide the salvage needed. The third upgrade is going to be incredibly expensive. Typically, to get 6 Tier 4 enhancements, it's going to take you till vet level 50. Good news is, you can send Incarnate material from your farmer to other characters. For Incarnate Threads, you simply mail them to your global and open them up on the character you need it. Imperium Merits is a little different. You can only mail them one at a time, which obviously is going to take way too long. Go find a merit vendor and click the conversion tab. Scroll down and convert your Imperium Merits to Transcendent Merits. Mail that Transcendent Merit to yourself. Open it up on the character that needs it, go back to the terminal and convert it back. Also, your first Tier 3 Incarnate grants you a level shift for PvE. Your Tier 3 Lore and Destiny get you levels as well. And that's it. If you found this video helpful, subscribe and click the notification bell. If you like what I do, you can donate. Even if it's $5 or $10, it really helps. These vids can sometimes take up to 10 hours of writing, planning, and editing to make. If you want in-depth insight into PvP, become a patron. You'll receive benefits like getting early access to videos, exclusive PvP tutorials, and getting your name in the credits. Donation and Patreon links are in the description below. Hope you guys found this video useful, and see you in the arena.